Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. YouTuber Tasha K is going viral for the things that she's saying about Jay-Z and Beyonce's children. Tasha, do you not remember what happened to Kanye last week? He talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids, and 2 days later, he was on a plane running and hiding out in Japan. Do you not remember what happened to Tony Busby? One of the most powerful lawyers in the US can no longer practice in New York. What are you doing? Hey, yo, Tony, what's up? Yo, you want to talk some sense into Tasha for me? Yo, Tasha, Tony Busby wants to talk some sense into you. Yesterday, Billboard came out with their list of the 25 greatest female rappers of all time. Nicki Minaj was number 1, and Lil' Kim was only number 4. This is going to do nothing but continue or even reignite their beef. I know somewhere Lil' Kim right now is in the mirror practicing her signature dance moves, telling herself she's number 1. Don't worry, girl. You got this. You're Lil' Kim, Queen B. Bzzz. Practice what my home is. Bzzz. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all. Depending what time zone you're in, it's Tuesday night, but for some of y'all, it is Wednesday morning, and we have made it halfway up the mountaintop. What up, Hump Day Wednesday? We got 2 days left till the weekend. I'm in a good mood. Let's get it. All right, today we actually have a breaking story for you. Universal Music reportedly offers Drizzy Drake $250 million to settle their lawsuit. And in lead stories, Hazel E is putting pressure on Jay-Z and Beyoncé to reveal their kids' condition. Kanye West really got people talking out here. In quick news, we're going to talk Diddy, Donald Trump, Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, Boosie, Cardi B, Cenat, Rihanna, Usher, Anthony Edwards, Lizzo, Stephan A. Smith, Kevin Gates, and a nightclub in the Dominican Republic collapses. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, question of the day, social discussion of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your radio, your TV, or your devices up. I'm about to start this Hump Day Wednesday show. Let's go. All right, we have a breaking story about Universal and Drizzy Drake. Universal Music reportedly offers Drake $250 million to settle their lawsuit. Drake has filed a bombshell defamation lawsuit against UMG, claiming the music giant used bots and payola to artificially boost Kendrick Lamar's hit song, Not Like Us, a song that is now being called the biggest track in the world. Drake's legal team is arguing that Universal, which backs Kendrick, manipulated the numbers to hurt his reputation and distort the competition. But here is the twist. According to a very connected source close to Drake, UMG doesn't want this fight to go public. The insider claims the label is pushing hard to settle things before the lawsuit gains traction in court, and therefore offered a cool $250 million. To accept the settlement, Drake would have to drop the lawsuit entirely, and here's the real kicker, he would also have to re-sign to Universal Music Group. Okay, I'm going to give you guys some context. Just FYI, this comes from my guys at Straight Out the 6 TV in Toronto. I know these guys well for years, so this is legit, okay? A lot of mainstream media isn't really picking this up yet because this is just rumors and bubbling, but in Toronto, everyone's talking about this. This is pretty much solidified, okay? There's another content creator that has picked this up and made a little video of it. I'm going to play it for you that gives you a little bit more detail. Before I do, I'll read this. So Universal Music reportedly offers Drake $250 million to settle the lawsuit. Drake might be getting $250 million. Kanye called it first. Drake's lawsuit against Universal Music Group just took a wild turn. A judge ruled in Drake's favor, allowing his team to investigate Universal Music Group's internal emails and the Grammy and Super Bowl dealings, especially around the success of Not Like Us. Now, rumors say UMG is offering $250 million to Drake to make it all go away. The craziest part, Kanye West might have predicted this in his interview with academics when he was exposing the industry's invisible hand. Spotify is quietly removing bots, Kendrick numbers are dropping, and Drake's is staying the same. It's all connected. This might be the biggest music industry shakeup of the decade. Okay, I've been telling you guys all of this for the past 2 weeks. Somebody called me out in the comment section saying, why are you talking about Kendrick Lamar's streams and listeners dropping, but you're not talking about Drake's? Because Drake's are not dropping, Kendrick's are. Anyways, let's go to the video and then I'll connect all of this together for you guys after and give you a nice little summary. Take a listen.
Universal has potentially offered Drake $250 million to drop his lawsuit. The craziest ruled in favor of Drake, denying UMG's motion to prevent his team from investigating executives' internal communication. What that means is his team can now look at all emails, documents, and UMG's promotional activities surrounding the Grammys and Super Bowl, which has now caused this rumor of a $250 million settlement if Drake drops his lawsuit. According to a very connected source close to Drake, UMG doesn't want this fight to go public. The insider claims the label is pushing hard to settle things before the lawsuit gains traction in court.
Okay, now listen to this part here about Spotify very, very carefully. I told you guys this 2 days ago. Take a listen.
While at the same time, Spotify's removing bot streams for the third month in a row from big artists, but obviously isn't going to drop any names. Where Kendrick went from 110 million monthly streams all the way down to 98 million, and Drake's didn't change. So Spotify removing all these bots could be their move to get out in front of what's to come with the Drake and Universal lawsuit as it continues. It's wild this whole thing started with Universal not wanting to pay Drake, and now they're gonna have to pay him even more money.
See that last sentence there? That is key, where he said this all started because Universal didn't want to pay Drake, and now they're gonna have to end up paying him even more money. It's what I've said from the beginning. This lawsuit has really nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar or losing the battle. That's what everybody wants to talk about. It's not. It's Drake going back to Universal, renegotiating his contract, wanting $1 billion. Universal being like, we're not going to give you that in case we want to keep all the money for ourselves. Boom. Drake beef comes out. They want to promote Kendrick as much as they can to make Drake look bad, have him lose the battle. He's like, okay, you know what? I lost, but I still want my money. And now Universal's like, no, you lost the battle. We're not giving you your money, which is not fair. Whether you believe he lost the battle or not, Universal should pay him. Whether he lost the battle, didn't lose the battle, they shouldn't even have gotten involved, regardless of what side they are on. They're both under Universal Music. Whatever they did, they should have done equally. So even though that I'm not a fan of Drake's Nokia and his new song, well, I'm not a fan of Nokia, but his new song, and I'm off of I don't like the album and all that stuff, I could still see from a business standpoint where Drake has a point. It's the same thing like I talk about Trump and his tariffs. I understand what he's trying to do. I might not like the way he's going about it, but you got to understand from a business, I'm always going to see the business behind it. So I like that Drake is doing this. I like that these rumors are coming out. And like I said last week, Universal Music, a $1 billion company like this, you think they want Drake and his lawyers going through their emails, going through their Super Bowl contract, going through the Grammy contract, going through deposing 50 or 60 people? I liken this to Colin Kaepernick when he was suing the NFL. Remember when he was taking a knee and all of that stuff and he sued the NFL? Now, Colin Kaepernick may not have had enough to win his case, but he had enough to be able to go and dig into the NFL's emails and deposition and all that stuff. And the NFL was like, no, you're not looking behind the curtains. And they settled with him. And y'all know what it looks like when people settle. Whenever somebody settles, it looks like you're paying because you were wrong. A lot of times these businesses pay not only because they're wrong, but also because you don't want a stranger ruffling in your closet. Just think about if I had permission to go into your room or to go into your computer or to go into your phone. You don't want that. That's what Drake just won. That's why last week I said this is major, and I think it will probably end and never go to court. They do not want to give Drake access. They're sitting down, talking right now. All right, Drizzy, how much do you want, bro? And I believe personally, I think it's probably more than 250. They're going to offer him way more than that. And or like one of the articles, it's, okay, you know what? We'll give you X amount for this case. Okay, cool, done. And we'll give you a 1.5 billion or we'll give you $1 billion on your contract. And that way, Universal doesn't look as bad. They don't look like they settled. They could even come across and say, how about we just give you, 1.5 or 2 billion, whatever the contract is, and you just drop the case entirely and they'll just put that in the contract and we will never know. So a lot of things that are going on. Y'all know I like the business intricacies of stuff. So love this. Like I said, take the beef out of it. Take your harsh feelings for Drake out of this from a business standpoint. If Drake pulls this off, the music industry will have to change course, and artists like Michael Jackson, Prince, Little Richard, every artist almost has complained about the music industry. This could make a big change. So shout out to Drake for that. But we still want a better album than what you gave us with Party Next Door. Just saying. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our first lead story. Hazel E says fans just want to know what's really going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins. Hazel E says that she loves Beyonce, but fans want to know what's really going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins, Rumi and Sir, and if they have any conditions or not. Now, I personally do not care, right? I run an entertainment and viral podcast, 100%. We all like getting into the tea of celebrities, who's doing what, et cetera, et cetera. Sure. But when it comes to people's kids, I actually really don't care. I would rather not know, to be honest with you. That's their own private life. And just like with everything, like kids should be off limits. So I'm not really like, I don't want to give Tasha K any credit for this. The same reason how I felt like with Kanye, it's almost verging on the line of just being like distasteful, And Tasha is trying to be slick about it and have somebody else come on, have Hazel E come on, and Hazel E is also trying to be slick about it, be like, the fans want to know. They're not coming out and saying, oh, Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids are blah, 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 like how Kanye was doing. That's why he had to run off to Japan. But they're kind of going about it, coming in through like the side window or the back door. You know what I mean? Like, and for those of you who don't remember, Tasha K just came off of a settlement with Cardi B. She owes Cardi B $1.2 billion. She had to file for bankruptcy because it was supposed to be a $4 million case, but Cardi B now is only going to get $1.2 million over the next 4 years. Kevin Hart sued Tasha K. So, I understand she has to work. I understand you got to do what you got to do. Content creators, we all got to stick together. But Tasha, kids should be off limits. And I see what you're trying to do. I'm going to play the video, but just FYI, for me, I think this is a little distasteful. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. But here is the video. Keep in mind, she's not saying anything directly. She's trying to avoid another defamation lawsuit. Take a listen.
The fans just want Beyonce to come out and tell the truth about what's going on with her children and be an advocate for whatever issues might be.
So Kanye been out here wilding. Now they trying to say that he got his information on the twins from me. I said, leave me out of this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I heard, from a source that was close to the Carters what's going on with the twins, but I ain't never really said nothing.
They've released a few photos, to be fair. Some photos have come out. Rumi did go to the Super Bowl. The twins, at a certain point, people thought the little boy was unalived, because they hadn't seen him in so long. There has been photos and things that come out, and people are drawing conclusions based upon recent appearances.
Now watch Tasha try to put it back on Hazel. What do you think? You say it, girl. And then Hazel's like, nah, girl, you say it. No, Kanye said that you said it.
What are your conclusions?
I'm just saying, to be fair, to be in social media world, and the things that I've read, the comments that I've read is more so something along the line that there's some things the twins might have some kind of issue. But the fans just want Beyonce to come out and tell the truth about what's going on with her children and be an advocate for whatever said issues might be, whatever it is. They just want her to come out and be a voice for it.
The fans want you to come out. The fans want you to be an advocate. No, we don't. Comment section. I would like to know, do you need Beyonce to tell you what's going on with her kids? And if they do have any conditions, and if they have a condition, do you want her to come out and be an advocate? I don't know. You guys tell me. I particularly don't care. If you want to talk about her concert, you want to talk about her album, you want to talk about her, whatever her job were in the entertainment world, no problem. If she's done anything wrong, if Jay-Z has done anything wrong, if he's broken the law, that whole case, all that is fair game for us to talk about. I just think the kids are off limits. Simple. It's her choice if she wants to bring that public. They're not public figures. If you're a public figure, you should be fair game for us to talk about you. Rumi and Sir are not public figures. Done. Anyways, I think this is all because Jay brought her out in the Super Bowl, and that probably now that's why everyone's talking. And then Kanye, opened his big mouth. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, that brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Our first quick story. Diddy allegedly set to ask Trump for pardon as SCX trafficking trial approaches. Diddy is reportedly hoping his friendship with Donald Trump could help him avoid a lengthy prison sentence. The music mogul, currently held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, faces charges including racketeering, SCX trafficking, fraud, and more. With the trial date approaching, sources close to the situation suggest that Diddy is counting on his relationship with President Donald Trump to secure a pardon. Hollywood insider Rob Shutter says sources told him, this is in quotations, Diddy thinks Donald owes him one and is counting on their history to keep him out of an orange jumpsuit. The end quote. That's from Rob. Diddy and Trump go way back, stemming from their shared circles in the entertainment industry. But will that be enough to secure a pardon if convicted of a federal case? Now, for those of you who've been following me since I came out and said, breaking news, Diddy has been arrested. That was the video that went viral almost, I think a week or 2 weeks after that video. I told you guys that I was hearing that Donald Trump and Diddy were talking. And if you knew, that was actually before he got elected, because he only got elected in November. And from he got arrested, he's been talking to Trump. I told you guys that. A lot of people called me out. No, Trump would never do anything like that. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. People in the comment section were going off on me with that. I've said it a couple of times because I've heard it. Now that it's approaching and you've seen Donald Trump help Mayor Eric Adams, you see him help the J6ers, you've seen him do a lot of stuff with pardons. I think now it's a little bit more accepted, and now you see some blogs are putting it out. Trust me, this has been known inside the industry for a while, okay? I'm not saying that Donald Trump agreed or he is going to, but I don't remember when it was. I think it was sometime in October. I put it like a montage together. It was like 15 or 20 minutes of how close they are. They don't just like know each other. Like from Diddy got it in the industry, like back in the day, like Biggie times, he's been tight with Donald Trump. Don't forget, they're both New Yorkers, huh? Like they have been in each other's lives intertwined. Think about the parties, the things that they know about each other. They move in the same circles. So it's not like, yo, hi, you're the president now. Can you help me? It's like, yo, Donald, dude, you remember when I did this for you and when that for you, when I did this, yo, help me out. Like trust me, Diddy has a lot of stuff on a lot of people. So just take that with a grain of salt. You could believe me or not. You could go off in the comment section and say Trump will never do anything like that. Just trust me, okay? Things are going down and Diddy is desperate and trying and will do anything to stay out of jail. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Our second quick story. Nicki Minaj and Missy Elliott top Billboard's Best Female Rapper of All Times list. Billboard dropped its list of 25 best female rappers of all times, and Nicki Minaj and Missy Elliott landed at the top spots. Okay, I only have 1 to 10. Before I read it for you, it's not just lyrics. It's a combination of a few things. So it's, of course, lyrically, your catalog, the money you have made, sales, and your social impact, right, on the actual culture. Number 1, Nicki Minaj. Number 2, Missy Elliott. Number 3, Lauryn Hill. Number 4, Lil' Kim. Number 5, Queen Latifah. Number 6, MC Lyte. Number 7, Salt and Pepper. Number 8, Roxanne Shante. Number 9, Eve. Number 10, Foxy Brown. Now, we understand and we know, it's pretty much known, Cardi B doesn't write her own raps. She's not super lyrical. She's more about whatever, her partying or whatever. But if you ask me, this list is making a huge mistake not putting Cardi B in the top 10. That's all I'm saying. There's some newer artists that are lower down. Sexy. I don't think Sexy Red is on it, but Doechii is there, like 24 and etc. I just feel like Cardi's got to be in the conversation. I get she's not lyrical. I get she doesn't write her own raps, but if you're talking about sales, if you're talking effectiveness, if you're talking about social impact, I know she's only released one album, but I have something else in quick stories that is going to justify why she needs to be in the top 10, my opinion. Now, let's talk about Nicki Minaj. For my day ones or for my daily listeners, y'all have heard me say multiple times that Nicki Minaj is top 10 rappers of all times, not just female, male and female. Nicki is top 10 rappers, period. So I have no problems with Nicki being number one, especially when you put in lyrics, style, flow, cultural impact, sales, catalog, like everything. Like Nicki has it all. She's one of the best to ever do it. I have no problem with that. Of course, Missy Elliott. I would have liked to have seen Lauryn Hill maybe number two, but I get the fact that Lauryn also does R&B, so I get it. I'm happy there that she's three. I'm cool with that. Little Kim has to be there, Yes, Big wrote a lot of her rhymes. She's not necessarily known for her pen, but she could flow and cultural impact. I mean, she's the Madonna of female rap, so she's got to be in there. Queen Latifah, I mean, come on, that just goes without saying. I heard a lot of people saying that MC Lyte should be a lot higher up there too. I get it. Where would you put her? It's tough. Maybe you could make the argument where she could be above Queen Latifah. Again, Queen Latifah is a bigger celebrity because Queen Latifah went over into TV and to movies and Broadway, and she is a universally more talented artist, but we're talking about rap, right? Let me just make sure here. Yeah, rappers. Salt and Peppa, like for sure, probably the biggest female rap group ever of all times. Roxanne Shante, no problem with that. Eve, 1000% happy they put in there. And Foxy Brown, she has to be in the top 10. Her and Little Kim have to be in the top 10 or the list doesn't make it. I just want to see Cardi B somewhere in there, but that is my take on it. A lot of people are talking. Just know these places put out lists like this to get us talking. They purposely leave some people off the list to get us talking. It makes it go more viral. So I take it with a grain of salt, and that's probably why Cardi's not in there. And they know that Cardi B has a mouth and she likes to talk. So this is going to take up, speed. You're going to hear a lot of people talking about this over the next 2 or 3 days. So what's your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below if you approve of this list and what would your list be and how you would change them up in the settings. But shout out to Billboard. They did a pretty good job. Some lists are really horrible. This is pretty good. I'd give it a B+. Maybe an A, because it's Hump Day Wednesday. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Our third quick story. Rapper Boosie involved in a car accident after running a red light. Video footage reveals. Rapper Boosie was involved in a car accident after reportedly running a red light and was captured on video. The specific details regarding the location, time, and the injuries remain unclear. Further details of the situation has yet to be released. All right, actually, I got this, I think it was yesterday. So it has been revealed. From what I remember hearing, Boosie wasn't driving. I think he was a passenger. But more importantly, everybody is fine. I think his driver had to go to the hospital, but Boosie just went to the hospital to see if his driver was okay. He himself did not have to go. We're not going to post the video on YouTube. It's a little bit graphic. We're going to post it on Formally Out Loud on Instagram if you guys want to check it out. Here is a video of Boosie letting y'all know that he is all right.
Fresh out the hospital. No, I ain't wrecked no fucking car. I don't never wreck no car. Stupid wreck my fucking car.
See, he said, I didn't do it. Somebody else messed up his car. Anyways, everybody's okay. That's what's most important. Shout out to Boosie. Our fourth quick story. Cardi B makes history as one of the richest rappers of all times after reaching $101.6 million net worth in 2025. This is not female. This is rappers of all times. Over $100 million. Go Cardi. Cardi B confirms her $1.1 million net worth. She has come a long way, and we love to see it. Cardi B tweeted out and said, and when that tour, Cardi B's always swearing. So this is, like I said, like I was saying in the with the Billboard stuff, Cardi B has only had one album. She's been saying for 2 years that she's going to release her album. It's supposedly coming out this year. I know somebody that actually heard it and said it was dope, but she's just so like shy to, not shy, but I think she's just afraid of not being able to build up to the first one. And also, if she comes out and it flops, then, you know, that momentum that she's had for the past 5 or 6 years kind of goes away. So that's pretty what insiders are telling me, is that she's still features, she's still this whatever, and if she has an album that flops, she feels like she's going to be afraid of her cultural impact. But Cardi B's still out here making money. She doesn't even have to let out an album. Like Dr. Dre's been telling us he's going to give us a follow-up for, 20 years, and he is still all right. So Cardi, do whatever you want to do. Don't drop an album. You're still making money. You still have a cultural impact. You're not on the top 10 list, but you're still doing things out here. So shout out to Cardi B. Our fifth quick story. Barstool Sports owner Dave says that he likely lost $20 million in just 3 days. He says 10 to 15% of his net worth gone poof. All right, here's a video. I played the first video for you, I think, last week when he said, hey, Trump's tariff, I lost $7 million. He wants it to be known that it's actually gotten worse and it's close to 20. Take a listen.
I went super viral when I said I lost $7 million. I'd to be back to losing $7 million. If I had to guess, I'm down in these last 3 days, probably close to 20. I don't know, like 10, 15% of my net worth, poof. But I'm still here. That's the game. Am I crying? Am I like, oh, whoa, it's me. I wish I voted for Kamala. No.
All right, well, there's somebody who's handling it well. I'm sure it's easy to handle if you lost 20% of your net worth and it's $20 million. That means you're still worth $80 million. So let's just take it easy there, Dave, okay? You're out here complaining. Some people are really hurting and do not have that cushion to fall back on. So it's getting a little bit of backlash from that. But what are you guys feeling about with the tariffs? I'm still waiting to see, as I'm recording this, what Trump is going to do with the China tariffs. By the time you're hearing this, he may have implemented it or not. Remember, yesterday we told you guys that if they do not take off their reciprocal tariffs, that Trump is going to put on another 50%. Who knows what that's going to do to the market? From what I have seen this morning, the markets are kind of cooling a little bit, but we shall see. Let me know how you guys are feeling, and let me know what you guys think about Dave complaining that he lost 20 million while he's still worth $80 million. Our sixth quick story. Cenat reacts to getting a DM from Rihanna. Okay, I love this. Kai reacts to getting a DM from Rihanna. Y'all think that she is going to pop up on his stream soon. Okay, I love this because he literally acts like the biggest fan in the world, that, Rihanna texted him like out the blue. And I've told you guys a bunch about Kai, but for those who don't know and who are not really into the streaming world, Kai is the biggest streamer in the world. If you remember, I showed you a video of iShowSpeed in China. They are on the same kind of level, and there's 10,000 people following Speed. Kai is on that level, even more so in the entertainment and hip hop world, where Speed is more like sport world. But the fact that he has this kind of reaction at the level that he's at is why people love him so much. He doesn't let anything go to his head. He's still young, 22, 23, and he's acting like, this is his first entry into the entertainment industry. Love Kai, man. Take a listen.
Oh my God! Yo, wouldn't believe you just text me! Yo, wouldn't believe you just text me! Kai, I love this. Rihanna just said, I know you do this all the time, but the kids, they genuinely love you. Great job all around, man. This is crazy, bro. This is insane. Thank you, man.
He later on went on to invite her onto the stream or whatever, etc. By the way, again, this is somebody who has like Nicki Minaj on his show, all the rappers. He just did something with Kevin Hart and Drewski. I mean, he has Jay-Z's phone number. They were I think it was at the Grammy Awards. He's like, yo, Jay, give me your number. And Jay wanted to give him his number because Kai has everything locked where it comes to ages from, I'd say 18 to 30 are really where he has things locked. So just nice to see him have this kind of reaction when, he has Jay-Z on speed dial and just like, yo, Jay, what up, homie? You know what I mean? Like, anyways, shout out to Kai. Yo, Jay, what up? Yeah, I was just talking about you, fam. I'm joking. Our seventh quick story. Usher fan who went viral denies being married. She says she had a magnetic moment with Usher. All right, remember I played this for you guys yesterday. This mom or auntie was going wild with Usher when he was feeding her grapes, and it went viral just how like intense the moment was. And then yesterday we played for you a clip of her, and the story was that her husband was so upset with her and that she was getting a divorce. Now she's on the news. I think it's in Chicago, WGN. That's how big the story is getting. Like, she's literally being interviewed by the news. And she's actually coming out and talking about the incident going viral. But then she's also saying, I don't know who made this up, but I'm single. I'm not married. I'm not getting a divorce. So craziness. The woman who went viral for her spicy moment with Usher is speaking out about her steamy encounter. In the recent TV interview, she opened up about the now famous moment it came to be and her experience with the R&B singer. Here is the video. Take a listen.
Wow. Were you in the front row? You'd ever met Usher? How did it happen?
Well, in this particular instance, there's this area where you sit, and it's funny because they say, Mr. Raymond's going to walk past here, do not move. He's going to be just walking through.
Okay.
He wasn't even supposed to stop where we were. It was like magnetic, and he smells like vacation. And so he brought me closer, and I locked in. I brought out all the Broadway magic that I had, but it was easy. He has a magnetic personality, and I'm really excited about this opportunity.
I first saw this on X. Somebody shared the video and said the description of the video was that, like, this woman, her husband divorced her because of her connection with Usher and everything else. So that's just completely not true.
That is
just to get that out there, because a lot of people are seeing this video in that context.
Completely false. I am single. I am a retired homeschool mom looking to expand the arts here and across the pond. I am single. You got a cherry? Give me a jingle. Who knows?
She's got cherry.
I feel like Usher's going to have her in a video or do something with her, and you're going to continue this moment. I bet this is not the last you're going to see of her. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Our eighth quick story. Dancing coach caught on camera hugging everyone but a 9-year-old biracial girl, then kicks her and her sister off the team after the mom speaks up. She says she hugged everyone but me. A Connecticut mom is calling out a dance studio after a viral video shows a dance teacher, Nadia, hugging a group of girls on the stage except for one biracial child in the group. In the video that was taken at a dance competition in Hartford, you see a teacher walking up on stage and hugging 3 girls, but skipping one girl. The 9-year-old was devastating, reportedly telling her mom, I did all the moves, mommy. I smiled the whole time, but she hugged everybody except for me. All right, we're going to show you a still picture of the video. We've decided not to play the video here because YouTube is very sensitive with like kids and videos and stuff. We're going to put it on formally out loud if you guys want to see the whole thing. But I'll just describe it. It's literally like this dance competition. She walks up, and it's not like the kid is like somewhere else on the stage. It's literally impossible for her to have not seen her. And she literally just hugs the 3 girls, and then the other girl, the girl who doesn't get hugged, she even goes in to try to hug her after, and she just steps aside and moves. Anyways, going viral, everyone's talking about it. And after the mom confronted her, it's not like she was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe, she didn't try to make an excuse, like I didn't see her, nothing. And then she kicked the girl off of the dance squad. Like, it's totally crazy. We don't know if there's going to be any like police involvement or whatever, but it's going viral. From what I've heard, actually, you'll see in the video if you go over to Formally Out Loud and check it out. The news is investigating into it now, NBC, Fox, and apparently what they found out is that the dance studio is totally closed down because they're getting bad reviews and everything is like going viral. You know what happens when you go viral? It's probably even worse than getting law enforcement involved because their whole career is over. She's being exposed. So if you heard about this story, let me know what you think about this. If you want to see it, like I said, go to our Instagram page at formally, FORMALLY out loud. There's no Trent, Formally Out Loud. Check it out. You can comment over there or come back over here and comment and let me know what you think about this crazy situation. Our ninth quick story. NBA star Anthony Edwards gives his ex Aisha Howard full custody of their child amid legal battle. All right, this should actually bring this to a close, although I'm not happy with it, but we can move on. Anthony Edward has agreed to give Aisha Howard full custody of their 3-month-old daughter following a lengthy paternity battle. According to court documents obtained by Us Weekly, Edwards, who is 23 years old, told a Georgia Superior Court that he consents to Howard receiving temporary sole physical and legal custody of their daughter. Edwards, who initially contested the paternity claim, previously stated that he is not seeking child custody or visitation and that the primary issue to resolve was financial. In her filings, Howard stated that she is currently unemployed and relies on her savings, family support, and any assistance Edwards provides to care for their child. She is requesting child support as well as reimbursement from Edward for pregnancy, birth, and post-birth expenses, along with attorney's fees. All right. The one thing that I questioned about, I actually called my lawyer to find out about this, is why the judge gave temporary sole custody and not just sole custody. It should just be final. From what I can gather or just assume, that maybe it starts out being maybe it starts out being temporary, and then maybe after a while you go back and check, you're like, okay, do you want it to be permanent now? Or maybe it can never be permanent. I'm not sure. I don't know. Y'all know I don't have kids. But like I said, we've talked about this a lot. It's his decision. I think we all collectively agree. I've seen all your comments in the comment section that it's just horrible of him. The one thing I could say is that we forget sometimes he's 23 years old. He's young. He has a lot of money. Maybe he just is so caught up right now in his career and the money or whatever, and he's not thinking straight. Maybe that's why the judge is giving him temporary custody. I would like to hear maybe in a year from now or 2 years from now, or somebody in his camp that gets to him at least at some point and it's like, yo, bro, you have a daughter, man. Who cares about your money or the NBA or any of this stuff? Like, yo, go see your daughter, bro. Instead of just thinking of this as a transaction. Like, I feel like that's how he's looking at it, like a speeding ticket, like going to court, like, just tell me how much I owe. How much? This? Okay, done. Like, that's just the penalty. Like, how could you think about a life like that? It just irritates me, man. Anyways, this is all to a close. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our 10th quick story. All right, just a little bit more Diddy news. Diddy's lawyers fight to exclude civil lawsuits evidence in upcoming trial. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers are requesting that the judge block the introduction of evidence from civil lawsuits in his upcoming federal criminal trial, according to reports. Diddy's attorneys argue that he has not been charged with sex assault and that such allegations should not be influencing the trial for sex trafficking and racketeering set to begin May the 5th. The filings state the government should not be permitted to pollute the trial with decades of dirt by painting Mr. Combs as a bad guy. Diddy faces charges including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. His ex, Cassie Ventura, will testify using her real name. So, although to us it sounds similar, sex assault is very different from sex trafficking. And what his lawyers are trying to say is, hey, he does not have any assault charges. Why are these even being considered to be implemented? Don't forget, trafficking is flying someone to out of state, across state lines. That is what trafficking is. Assault is assault. Two completely different things, okay? If this happens, if they get this is another big win for Diddy. I don't know if they'll be able to. For me, from what I know about the court system, this should be an easy win. The level or the burden of proof for civil cases are so low. That's why Tony Busby could file a civil case against Jay-Z or anybody. That guy last week, I told you, LeBron James, yeah. Beyonce was there. Like, you could do anything in a civil suit. You could get thrown out or you could just pay somebody money. In a court case, in a federal case, the bar is so much higher. The burden of proof is so much higher. I don't see how anything from a civil case should be allowed in a federal case. Maybe even a state case. Okay, state court, but federal? These are the feds? But, of course, the government is going to try whatever they can because they need to bring as much as they can against Diddy. So I just think this should be an easy win. Of course, when it comes up and they have an answer, I'll let y'all know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our 11th quick story. Lizzo explains her music hiatus amid public scrutiny. She said, I'm protecting my peace. All right, y'all know I love Lizzo. Okay, I don't know what that dancing was, but like, yay, Lizzo. Anyways, Lizzo is stepping back into the spotlight with her upcoming album, Love in Real Life, and opening up about her recent journey on a podcast. Reflecting on the year that she missed out, she said, I was just protecting my peace. And she went on. She's referring to the 2023 lawsuit from her former dancers. And Lizzo said that was all false allegations and sensationalized stories. She took her year off. She let things be quiet. She's coming back out now. Leave Lizzo alone. She is looking good. Whatever size she is, I love Lizzo, okay? No Lizzo hate will be tolerated. Shout out to Lizzo. Our 12th quick story. Stephan A. Smith no longer ruling out possibility of running for president in 2028. Oh, Lord. Stephan A. Smith says he's now open to a 2028 presidential run weeks after political pressure. He said, over the past few weeks, I have no choice but to get more serious about it. He said on the NAB show, I've been approached by people on Capitol Hill, governors and mayors. I would like to see who these people are. I don't believe this at all. Though Smith once said, I have no desire to do it and called politicians professional beggars, he added, I'm going to entertain the possibility. If he runs, Smith said his aim is to eat up the other candidates and eat them alive. And he said he will only run if he believes he can win. On Twitter, he reposted an article about the subject and he stated, time to stop messing around. Life is great, especially at ESPN and Disney. Hate the thought of being a politician, but sick of this mess. So I'm officially leaving all doors open. Jeez, please, bro. I knew that he was going to do this when I think it was a newspaper article that said, what if Stephan A. Smith ran? And then he took it up and ran with it. And he's been talking about it. Look, the same thing I say all the time where I was talking about Stephan A. Smith. Love him, legend in the sports world. Even don't mind the stuff he's doing on YouTube, like the content creation, getting out of linear TV. I get it. I just think that Stephan A. Smith is always like doing things and saying things for viral reasons is what I'm trying to say. Like that whole thing with LeBron James, he just kept on talking and talking and talking and talking. And now he's like, well, I'm going to run for president. Stop it, Mr. Our 13th quick story. After expressing his love for Brittany Renner, Kevin Gates' second woman, Persia P, leaked a phone call between the two of them. All right, I think it was last week or maybe on Monday, we talked about Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner and the fact that they were going back and forth with his side chick and the fact that he's actually married. And I said, I feel like we've been a little bit hoodwinked because he came out with a song. So I think this might be a little bit of promo too, because there's a song at the end. But in case it is real, here is a lead conversation with him talking with Persian P and basically saying that's like, yo, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, man. I'm with my other girl. Like, sorry, this does nothing for me anymore. Take a listen.
You know how I feel about you. You don't even take my feelings into consideration. Like, I had to find out through the internet that you lied to me when you could have. I literally told you to just keep it real and tell me, like.
Well, if you feel like I lied to you, then fuck it. I don't even know why we talking. I'm tired of talking about the same.
All right.
Now, please don't make me get angry.
You already are. You don't give a f. I'm angry too. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I told you you're the only man I f with, so I'm really hurt. I was genuine with you the whole time, bro. It's up, Kevin. Like, it really is. Whether you care or not, it's really. And I wish you would understand that. Sometimes it's not just about you and your selfishness. It's about other people, especially what you put them through.
I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about myself because I'm dealing with a lot right now. So I really don't even care about what nobody else going through, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you never care, and that's the part.
I sure don't.
But seeing you and Brittany together, that's You could have told. I literally asked you about you and Brittany.
I don't think you know. But I don't feel like talking about this no more because it's not making my life peaceful.
I don't know. That conversation sounded pretty real to me. And he is pretty much done with Persian P. He doesn't even sound like he was ever really too much into her, you know? But hey, he's doing his thing. Shout out to Kevin Gates. Our 14th quick story. Over 18 people unalived and more than 120 people injured after nightclub roof collapses in Dominican Republic. All right, this headline is actually wrong. I know some people out in Dominican Republic, and I have some more information, but I'll read the article and then I'll tell you after what I have heard directly from people there. At least 18 people are unalive after a roof of a nightclub in Santo Domingo collapsed earlier Tuesday, according to Dominican Republic police. As reported by NBC News, the cause of the collapse at Jet Set nightclub remains unclear. The incident occurred during a performance by renowned merengue singer Ruby Perez. Emergency Management Director Juan Manuel Mendez shared that 121 ambulances transfers were made to various hospitals. However, the total number of hospitalized individuals could be higher. We are still working, searching for people in the rubble. We believe many still might be alive. That's why the authorities and rescue teams won't stop until they find the last person, Menendez says. Ruby Perez was found and is in stable condition. His manager has confirmed. Let's keep everybody in our prayers. Okay, so like I said, I'm in DR all the time, so I know some people out there. This is what two people have gotten back to me and said that this club does this every Monday, and there's artists there every Monday. This was not just a venue or a little whatever. This is a known place, and there's always a big artist there every Monday. There's, to believe, around 500 people inside that are trapped. So the news is not really telling us the real story. It's not 120. It might be 500 people. Now, I'm trying to find out the capacity that the actual club holds. So I don't know if it's 500 and the capacity was 2,000. I'm trying to still find that out yet. But from what I've heard, there is close to 500 people, and they are still rescuing people. And the other thing I found out is that it's not 18, it's actually 44 that people have confirmed with me that have been unalived. 44, not 18. So the numbers that we're hearing are not correct. It's actually worse. Dominican is obviously going to try to suppress this to not look as bad because, you know, it's a big tourist destination, right? So I'll keep you guys up to date on this. I've actually, ironically, never actually been to Santo Domingo. I've been to other places. I think I've maybe passed through there, but I've actually never even stayed there. So I've never been to this club. When I first heard about it, I thought it was the places that I've been to, but Santo Domingo is the capital. It's actually the one place that I've actually never stayed. But nobody who I know out there has been hurt or was affected, so that's good on my side. But of course, sad news for anybody else who was affected or family members that know anybody who was. So I'll keep you guys up to date on this, and I'll let you know what happens if I find out anything more tomorrow. And of course, if you guys know anything, let us know in the comment section below. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, we actually have a clip. Somebody sent me a clip of inside the club when it was happening, right before the roof collapsed. So you could see them on stage and then the roof collapsing. Of course, we cannot put it on YouTube, but we'll put it on our Instagram page, Formerly Out Loud, FORMALLY, for those of you who want to see it, Formerly Out Loud on Instagram. All right, I just got a text from somebody in DR. I wanted to add here to the story quickly. There are arrests. There are people who have been arrested, and they said that includes the artists who were singing that night. Now, I don't know if that's them not being able to write in English or writing, and then they're using a translator. I don't know if the artists are being arrested or they're being questioned or they may be being detained, but there have been arrests made with this. I don't know if it's the club owners or whatever, but things are going down. We'll figure out everything and let you know more about this tomorrow. Our 15th quick story. The producer behind Drake's Nokia bought his mother a new car with his song's success. Producer behind Drake's Nokia, Ilken, I think it's pronounced, sorry, bought his mom a new car thanks to the success of the song. All right, for those of you who don't know, Nokia was one of the last songs made for Drake and Party Next Door's album. And it was an unknown producer. He's African. I'm not sure where in Africa he's from. It's not Nigeria. It's not Ghana or Nigeria. I'm not sure. But he somehow got it to Drake. Drake I heard it was like mid-January. And if you know anything about the music industry, you got to submit your album in 2 or 3 weeks before. So it was right before the deadline. Drake loved it. New producer got on it. And of course, it's, running up the charts now. I told you guys about the video they just shot. Very, very cool success story. And I hope Drake works with him again. Here is a little clip of him and his mom in his car. Take a look. All right, obviously in the car, they were playing and bumping to Nokia, but we had to change the music for copyright reasons. We cannot play Nokia. But shout out to Ilkin. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Good job. I know the feeling. I remember when I started making money, one of the first things I did is I bought my mom a brand new Mercedes-Benz, and she was on top of the world. So I know exactly what those two are feeling right now. I did the same thing. Like, I took my mom, who had a red bow, the Mercedes guy were filming us to have the video and everything. So I relate to you, bro. Sons out there, take care of your moms and your dads, but moms have a little special place in our hearts, man. I love this story. Good on him. And I really hope Drake works with him on his solo album. He's a good dude. All right, this brings me to my favorite segment, Comments of the Day. All right, Joyce says, "Hi Trent, I love watching your show in the morning when I wake up. You are the first person I see, and it's always nice because you have a great attitude and smile. You always talk about 10 things that have happened in the world and not just the diddler. So let's go." All right, Joyce, I love that I'm the first face you see in the morning. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Sorry that I had to stick 2 Diddy stories in here. Do we have 2 or 3? Maybe even 3 Diddy stories. Sorry. And yes, I try as much as I can not to talk about Diddy, but with the trial coming up, I have to. And yes, I always make sure we talk about a bunch of other things and not just the diddler. Thank you so much for your comment. All right, next is Emma. She says, "I'm a Leo. I admit I stay under attack. My little sister is Cancer, and let me tell you, she never forgets nothing, and she doesn't know when to stop. But I love her. Laugh out loud." All right, this was yesterday's question of the day. I can't remember what the question was. Something about zodiac signs. Oh, what zodiac sign do you not get along with? And I let you guys know I was a Cancer. So I think that's why she was saying, yeah, Cancers never forget about nothing, and they don't know when to stop. That's pretty much me. I never forget nothing. I won't hold a grudge, but I won't forget either. It was shout out to Emma and her sister. Thank you for that comment. Mirev, I think your name is. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. "Trent, you are a Cancer like my husband. Find yourself a Capricorn woman. You will thank me later. And inside information." All right, Capricorn ladies, slide into my DMs. Trent Out Loud on Instagram. Mirev told me, Capricorn, I'm single, looking ready to mingle. Thank you so much for Mirev for that. Next one is Start With a Logic. Says, "You are not independent. You're obviously liberal." The thing that irritates me the most is when people tell me who I am. It drives me nuts. I sit down here every day for like an hour and a half, and I tell you guys everything about myself. Like I'm an open book. I give you my opinion, whether you like it or not or whatever. And there's still some people in the comment section that have the nerve to tell me who I am. Like, how, like, it just makes it just, I don't understand. Anyways, you ever heard your opinion? If you think I'm not independent and I'm liberal, all the more power to you. Starting with a logic. Pearl Sugar says, "Does the new LeBron doll have a cord that you pull like Woody from Toy Story? Ain't no party like a Diddy party. It could also come with a maid outfit." Okay, I thought that was hilarious. I didn't even think about that. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Hilarious. Thank you for your comment. Next one is Nasty Work. Vlad TV just said baby oil is making bail. Everybody is in danger. I keep telling y'all, man, I know people do not want to hear this, but I didn't hear the bail thing. Well, I did hear it, but I don't believe it. But rumors are pardon, bail, not guilty. The feds are scrambling last minute. They don't want to tell us who the victims are. the momentum and the TMZ documentary, Diddy's defense, ASAP Rocky's lawyer joining on the case. If you ask me, the momentum is on the diddler's side. We're not happy about it, but the momentum is on this guy's side, man. May the 5th, jury selection, trial starts May the 12th. I am going to be busy. We're going to have a full segment in the show. Diddy, trial, day 1, day 2. I'm watching everything. You guys will not miss a beat. I will be filling you in. Anyways, thank you for all your comments. I wish I could read all of them to you guys, but just know that I read them every night before I go to bed. I never miss one. Thank you for commenting. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. All right, this is a good one. Do y'all agree? Gilly the King says mothers should not bail their sons out of jail. Gilly the King explains how mothers keeping their sons in jails actually saves their lives. Take a listen and we'll discuss it. Take a listen.
Ladies out there, right? Sometimes the best thing you could do, don't go bail your son the fuck out. Don't go bail him out. No, you want to be on the leave him in there. Let him get a little 6 months, little year bit in there.
All right. Look, everything needs context, okay? And I disagree with this 100%. I actually just went through this last year with somebody close to me that got a case, and there were some people that suggested that he just go to jail. Why are we helping him? He needs to learn his lesson. And I disagreed, and I called my lawyer, paid my lawyer, who's one of the best defense attorneys, and he got him out of jail. Sorry, no, he didn't get him out of jail. He didn't have to go to jail. He still had to plead guilty, but he served his time at home. Okay. The reason why I made that decision and the reason why I don't think it is smart to let somebody go to jail is school for criminals. Okay. You're in there with everybody else who committed crimes. It is supposed to be rehabilitation, but depending on the person who's going in, most come out and reoffend. If you want to do their statistics and search on that topic, you'll see that it's true. So I think, like I said in the beginning, I think that you have to have context. If the person, if you've bailed somebody out, or like how I did with the person who I know, if you kept them out 1 time or 2 times and they continue getting in trouble, all right, let them go and sit down because they haven't learned their lesson. And like I said to this person, hey, I'm paying for this and I'm taking care of this 1 time. If this happens again, don't call me. You know what I'm saying? Like, call me the day, let me know. I'll still show up in court. I'll try to support, but I'm not calling my lawyers. I'm not paying for nothing or whatever. You got to learn your lesson. So like I said, there's context. So I just don't like this, how he blankly, is that a word? I don't like the blanket statement of mothers don't save your sons. I just don't like that. I feel like jail and the people who are in jail, and if your son or your daughters are weak, if they have insecurities, if they're not built for that, they could succumb to a lot of things in there, and I don't think it's a healthy place. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. Again, if it's repeated, and you've helped them 2 or 3 times, then of course you need to let them go in. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, this is a good one. Good social discussion, good question. If you were playing a truth or dare with Beyoncé, what would you ask her or dare her? I'm not going to tell you what I would dare her, but I'll answer the question of I wouldn't ask her anything. No information I want to know. I want to dare. What up with it, yo? All right. People said, I think I need to know about the elevator incident. That's funny. Somebody said, I dare her to send me $1 billion. Somebody said, I would ask her to find Jay-Z. I would ask her if she actually finds Jay-Z attractive. That's hilarious. I dare you to put a reunion tour of Destiny's Child together. That's a really good answer. Truth or dare? Who did Jay-Z cheat on you with? See, I feel like most of you would want to know truths and stuff because there's so much things you want to know about Beyonce. I really don't care. I got some dares I have for her. Trust me. I dare you to adopt me and give me $7 billion yearly. Another person said, truth or dare would happen to Aaliyah. How did Beyonce know that? I dare you to release the audio of the night in the elevator. That's a good dare, I can't lie. What's another one? I dare you to give me $5 million. I dare you to transfer me $1 million within the next 5 minutes. I dare you to tell me what happened in the elevator. Okay, so is this all elevator? Somebody said, I dare you to pull out them things. See, those are the type of dares I'm talking about, yo. Who cares about the damn elevator? Somebody said, I dare you to lower your ticket prices. That's a good one. Tell me what happened in the elevator. Okay, geez, you guys are infatuated with this elevator, huh? Jeez. I dare you to call Kanye West on the phone and say, okay, I can't read that out. It's kind of funny. I dare you to tell me about those Diddy parties. Why do you all want to know about this? Truth immediately. Give me the details on what happened in the elevator. Was you really pregnant with Blue? That's a good one. Remember that whole folding stomach situation? I dare you to pay off my student loans. I dare you to explain to me what happened with Aaliyah. What did Beyonce have to do with Aaliyah? Oh, yes, I forgot. Because they said that how like Jay was infatuated with Aaliyah and then Beyonce got jealous and then she had something to do. Okay, I remember now. Tell the truth about why Solange, the elevator. If I read one more elevator. Oh, who is Becky with the good hair? Because you never told us who it was. Who is Becky with the good hair? I dare you to get better nails. Does Beyonce have bad nails? I don't watch people's nails, clearly. Solange, blah, blah, elevator. All right, I really thought this was going to be a good one. That's all money and elevator. All right, what would you guys do? Fellas, what would you dare Beyonce? Let me know in the comment section. Or ladies. Shoot, it's 2025. Hey. If you were able to play Truth or Dare with Beyonce, would you ask for a truth or would you ask her for a dare? I'm still going with dare. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to sports news. Florida has won the national championship, the state that I was conceived in. Shout out to California. Shout out to Florida. Did you guys watch the game? I feel like a lot of people were more like into the women's game, didn't really watch the men's game, but the men's game was actually really, really good. Y'all know I was on the fence of who I wanted to go for because I really love Houston, love Texas. I have a big viewership audience out there and Florida too. So I really was kind of like on the fence, just wanted a good game. But more importantly, Florida only led for 64 seconds. 1 minute and 4 seconds. They led and they still won the game. Here was the score at the half. Florida was 30, Houston was 42. The final was Florida 65 and Houston at 63. Crazy, man. And did y'all see the last play? How could you not get a shot off? I don't care how bad the shot is. Shoot the ball. I know the defender was in the air and you were in the air. Yo, you got to get a shot off, man. If you would have got that shot off, I think possibly they could have at least gotten a rebound, but now you have to live the rest of your life with not of taking a shot. And I know it's easy to play Monday morning quarterback and be like, yes, you could sit down at home on the couch and say that, but dude, I understand going up, dropping the ball, hoping that somebody's going to come pick it up, but not with 2 seconds left. And that's a turnover. Of course, people are going to die for the ball. Like, I just thought it was a horrible decision after playing such a great game. Anyways, I don't know what the viewership was for it, but I thought it was a very good game, really close game. Sad to see just at the end, Houston just fall apart like that. Totally crazy. Shout out to Florida. All right, that is it, y'all. That's a wrap on our Tuesday night hump day, Wednesday morning show. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I hope we were able to put you to bed or get you up in the morning, man. See, we do everything around here at the Channel Loud Podcast. Hey, we're like ambidextrous. You know what I'm saying? Hey. All right, y'all know I'm excited because that means Thursday and Friday are coming up. 2 more work days. Hey. All right, before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. For those of you on YouTube, if you are ever going on a flight or you're ever going somewhere where you cannot have internet or access to YouTube, have no fear because the Trent Out Loud podcast is available on all podcast platforms. I mean, it's in the name, the Trent Out Loud podcast. Of course, we're going to be on podcast platforms. Just go to any platform, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. You can download the show, take us with you. Now, vice versa, for those of you who are used to listening to this show on podcast platforms, thank you so much for your downloads and for your viewing. However, myself and the Out Louders would prefer if you watch the show on YouTube because we have a great little community going on over here in the comment section, all right? Just go over to YouTube. Sorry. Choked there for a second. Just go over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Couple of things you're going to need to do. 1, hit the subscribe button. That gives you membership into the family. 2, you got to hit the like button. You got to get the algorithming. 3, and this is most important, you got to comment. Let me know where you're from, where you're watching the show, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, whatever it is. And even when I read the comments, when you drag me, if you tell me I'm not independent, I'll still maybe read out your comments, all right? I don't care. Just comment below. And most importantly, let us know where you are from. I see all the analytics. I know the show is global, but it's just nice when people are talking to each other, they can see where they are at. So it's just nice, this little community we're building. All right, so make sure you comment. The bonus is, if you really are liking the show, please try to share the show with your family, friends, and loved ones. That definitely helps us in growing the channel. Lastly, for those of you who want to follow me on social media, I'm available on all social platforms, most active on Instagram. And the handle is Trent Out Loud. That's the handle for all social media. Like I told you during the show, we have started a new blog page on Instagram where we're putting the extended version of the clips that we put on in the show. It is Famously Out Loud. No, not famously, Formally Out Loud. We were trying to get Famously Out Loud, but it was taken. Formally Out Loud, FORMALLY Out Loud on Instagram. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's show. I hope you have a great day or have a good night. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.